Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Alan, you know, everybody's just seen, or a lot of people have just seen Midnight Express. How on earth did you get to do Midnight Express after Bugsy Malone? Because they're so different.
I made Fuga di Mezzanotte was my first film because most of the screenplays I wrote up to that point were very English subjects. And it was a very depressed time in the British film industry. And everything I wrote came back saying, too parochial, too parochial.
From America?
And so I wrote Bugsy as a pragmatic exercise to get a film made. And I'm very proud of it, but it is a lunatic, strange film. But I didn't think it represented me as a director, the kind of thing I wanted to do. And so, hence, such a big change to make Midnight Express. And that's the real reason, to show that I had more of a range, really, as a director, and this had more to say, which is similar to what I wanted to say.
But how did they let you direct? I mean, Oliver Stone, I seem to remember at the time, said, who is this man? He's only done a children's film. Why are we... I mean, it must have been a complete change of gear for you.
Well, Oliver Stone wrote the screenplay. He wrote it in the back room of my office in London. And he hadn't done anything either. So he was surprised that I was directing it. And I was surprised that he was writing it. So it worked both ways. But we didn't really like him very much. We used to avoid him whenever we could. And the idea was that when he finished the screenplay, then we were sure that it would be terrible. Because we didn't like him, is the reason. And then, but it was far from terrible. It was a really quite wonderful screenplay. But I never saw him again until he won the night of the Academy Award, when he won the Oscar for the screenplay. So yes, it's not the friendliest of collaborations.
Yeah. But it won a lot of awards. It was highly successful, but it was also very controversial. And the Turks were very annoyed about it, and some of the official Turks were very annoyed about it.
They were. The worst, I think, in Holland, someone set light to the cinema. That was the worst thing that happened. Yeah, the Turkish people, they were upset. You know, I think it's the kind of film that I made with, it was only my second film, so perhaps, you know, there was a certain attitude from me which was what I probably would make a different film if I made now, but I'm very proud of the film. And we thought that we were making a film about a particular legal system where, and the whole legalization and the kind of prison sentences you get for drugs in different countries. It was not really an attack on one country. It could have been set in lots of different countries, really. But I think that was really the biggest criticism, is that, you know, I probably should have put a couple of nice Turkish people in there, which I didn't do. But there again, you know, I was quite young.
Did you follow the book?
That was very loud.
Yeah, well, it was totally come here.
No, we didn't. I mean, what happened is, it's interesting because the boy, it's based on a true story. He leaves the prison, escapes from the prison, and then people want to buy the rights to him writing the story. So he wrote the book with a ghost writer, William Hoffer. And so that his real life story moves a little bit from actual truth, just by nature of the writing. And then Oliver Stone wrote his screenplay, so truth got moved a little again for dramatic reasons. And certainly when I made the film, I moved it yet again in my interpretation. So it was not a long way from the actual truth, but as in all films, really, they take on a life of their own. And it's not a documentary. In the end, it's a fictional film based on a true story. That was, you know, our approach anyway.
Was it hard making the film compared to Bugsy Malone?
Oh, it was so hard because, first of all, it was made in a very short period of time. And it was made in Malta. It was very hot. You spend your whole day working, really, in a prison with this kind of dramatic situation. It affects the crew, you know, and they were long days, and we worked 6 days a week. Sometimes we worked 7 days a week. And it was tough compared to my first film, which was all children, where, you know, at Pinewood Studios it was much more civilized than Midnight Express.